Hey guys, Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you're watching this live, say hello when you come into the room. I will say hello when we're done. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos and please leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji, because I need YouTube to use their algorithm to send Coaching for the Soul around the planet. Because you know what? They all need Coaching for the Soul too. And check out billhobart.com for reading specials. $50 off through the 31st. So we're going to get started. Hey, Kathy, what's going on? Yeah. Energy's crazy. It's really good. It's jam-packed with stuff. So, yeah. It's going to be a good conversation, I think, today. So we'll see who all pops on. It's a beautiful day in Detroit today. About 74. Not a cloud in the sky. We've had a very, very, very wonderful last 3 weeks in Detroit in May. Hey, Robin. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Good? Getting along okay? There's a lot of stuff going on, that's for sure. A lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah, so, a little late because I had to feed the baby. Daisy had to eat, so she wasn't ready to eat when I ate at 1 o'clock, so she took naps, and then she was like, okay, Dad, about 2:45. I think it's time to eat lunch, okay? So, had to make her some food. I don't know where she is now. Maybe she's around here somewhere. Hey, Pat, what's going on? Yeah. As you can tell, things are much calmer in my house now because she's calmed down some. Yeah, she's calmed down some. So, it's a good thing. She's not running around like a chicken with her head cut off anymore. So, yeah. Hi, Haley. What's up? What's up? Yeah. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to start because he's like ready. So this is a 99% Clairvoyant reading, okay? I have to say that just because. Green is my color. Yeah, I know, right? Makes my eyes green, big time. Okay, so got to find out where we want to start at. Okay. So the first thing is, hey, Nancy Paris. The Earth's density is constricting, forcing the energy up towards the surface of the planet, which we're all feeling. Now's the time to be barefoot on the ground, go to the water, sit your butt on the beach with your feet in the water, whatever. Absorb that energy. We're learning more and more about how the oceans, how the fresh lakes are energized, how the energy in the air is energized, and that's what's happening now as we get closer to into the second half of the year. Not only are we getting pressure from the surface of the planet, but also from our guides, from the universe, right? We are in the process, Spirit says, of clearing all of our ancient family history. Ancient family history, right? So we chose to be here in this lifetime for that particular reason, is not only to transform and to be in a higher dimensional energy for the rest of our lifetimes, but also to bring, and we talked about this before from Spirit, we brought in a lot of baggage into this lifetime. We brought steamer trunks full of baggage into this lifetime. And we've done everything we possibly can with them guiding us, right? To clear that baggage out. There's more to come. We have 6 months, and like last week Spirit was talking about, we got to get everybody on the same page. Not at the same level, but the same page. And all we can do is give them the information. It is their responsibility to do what they need to do. Now, what my response was with that was, well, how do they know what to do? Because they need to ask. And we will show them exactly what they need to do. And basically what that is talking out loud. When you're feeling something awkward, feeling something weird, whatever, you see something, whatever. Spirit, what is that? Spirit, I'm having this energy in my body, I don't know what it is. Okay? They need to be your best friends. And I say that all the time for the past 8 years. They have to be your best friends. They're your go-to person, right? Now, you're going to get an answer? No. You're going to get a feeling. You're going to get a video on YouTube. You're going to get something on Instagram. Get something in a movie you've seen 12 times. One line that sticks out that goes, oh my God, that's for me. Because they're going to have you hear that. It just hasn't happened to me like that, guys. It's not just me. It's the collective. And we all have to engage in that. Because if we don't engage in that, it's going to be harder, and we're going to get impacted harder as we get closer to the end of the year. Talked about that last week too. September 2nd, Pluto, the planet of transformation, the planet of destruction, let's rebuild it, goes back into Capricorn. The structure, all of our structures, the government, the planet, the countries, the leaders, everything. For 3 months, September, October, November, because it leaves on the 24th of November, after the election in the United States. Okay? So I would love everyone to get on that train and go, okay, you know what? I've got to focus on exactly what I need to focus on, and that's my spirituality. Because as 3D disappears, Spirit says this again. Ask them what they would feel like when the rug gets pulled out from underneath them and they're floating in fourth and fifth dimension and they have no idea what to do. At that time, we cannot help them because they haven't done the groundwork. Meditations at least 3 times a week. At least 3 times a week. Oh, there's that thing. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah. So meditations. Drink lots of water, except for faucet water, because faucet water has been chlorined to death, so there's nothing in it, so we don't get sick. Eat the right food. You can mess around too. Eat the right food. It's all about taking care of ourselves, because when push comes to shove, Spirit says, eating the right food, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, maybe a cocktail or two, no weed, nothing like that, because that's when the demons come. Because it lowers your energy of that keep them away. Okay, we all have that too. I'm going to split that for a minute. He just popped in with that. We have to understand, and this is what I'm going to say something after this. We have to understand, and I know I've said this before. I got 2 of them talking to me at the same time. You guys got to pick into one because you can't have 2. And there's a new one right there. So I don't know who that one is either. So you have to take turns because you can't all talk to me at the same time. We can, you just won't allow us to. Got you. Okay, that's what that one said. Okay, so we carry our energy into situations all the time. And I mentioned this to somebody this week because I've been kind of hearing it from the collective. That, oh, Bill, you don't protect yourself enough. Oh, Bill, you don't do this enough. Okay, well, it's their job to protect me. And I know that. And people are like, well, really? Yeah, I don't have to invoke anything. I mean, things are going to happen, but they're going to happen anyway with protection. It's soul journey, right? Not that I'm going blindly into the world. But my energy is a generator. It pumps, boom, 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 boom. That's what it does. It does it 24 hours a day. Last time it woke me up 4 times. I was vibrating in my bed, and the dog was in the bed too. As I, boom, 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 boom. Nothing was in my house that I needed protection for. It was them downloading, activation, things like that, right? So when you're out and about in the world, you don't have to surround yourself with blue light and this purple light and this. You don't have to. Because if you do, what happens is, and I say this a lot, you can't share your energy with anybody, and you're supposed to give. You're supposed to do that. That's why you are the generator that you are. That's why you are the human that you are, with this beautiful heart inside that is meant to boom, boom, boom to the collective around you. And that's when people can be afraid. You can be afraid because you don't trust the energy that you're giving out to the rest of the world. And you can't stop that. You can't put it in a bubble. You can't put it in a box. People say, oh, I turned mine. Okay, good. Glad you did that. No, you just protected yourself from nothing because how are you going to influence them? How are they going to talk to you? How are they going to understand what they need to be doing? Well, I don't want them to talk to me. You came to the planet to be the prophet. I don't really like that word. Seems, yeah. And Spirit says, well, most of you are. And that's true. That's true. Right? You're going to be that person, I've told you guys this before, who people are going to ask questions to because they don't understand what's going on. They don't understand. And they're not going to understand till 26, 20, 25, 26. When everything starts to calm down after this year. So ground yourself, right? Connect yourself to Source through your crown chakra. Understand that you're completely covered with divine white light. Can other people penetrate that? If there's a little slice that didn't get covered, yes. But it's going to happen anyway. Because it's in your soul journey. You're supposed to have that lesson. Or you're supposed to meet that person. You're supposed to engage with that person. Or not. Make you more aware of, okay, not that I didn't do it right, because that's not the point. The point is, okay, my confidence is less than perfect. Spirit just said. My confidence is less than perfect. But I just always assumed they had me. Because why wouldn't they? If they are my guides. They're there to protect me. They're there to enlighten me. They're there to train me. They're there to bring me joy and happiness. As long as I do my part, which is flow. And not be afraid. Not be afraid. But as we go through this process of letting go of our ancient family wounds, the baggage, the stuff that we all brought in because we chose to, right? It's difficult. But the amazing thing is, the energy will be the same, but you grow into a different person. Bill, it doesn't seem as bad as it did before. Well, that's because you're not the same person as before. We grow steadily, Spirit says. We always grow steadily without us even knowing. Even if it's in a bad time, right? We've lost somebody passed, marriages break up, don't talk to brother, sister, whatever, or good friends, whatever, right? When you're in that space of, okay, and a lot of people get into the fear factor of, oh my gosh, why did it happen? Oh my God, why did it happen? Try to figure it out. Really? Why? Why? I've known them since I was a child. Okay, so another timeline's done. What are you gonna do? Sit in misery? Because they don't treat you properly? Because they don't talk to you? They're not a real friend? That's okay. That's okay. My sister went through that about 6, 7, 8 years ago. Best friend from the town we grew up in Jackson, and they both moved to Colorado. My sister was married, blah, 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 and my sister was like, okay, what's going on? She never wants to do anything with me anymore. Well, look at the friendship. Look at the friendship. And finally she got it. And she wasn't even in her spiritual space yet. She's just pissed off because her best friend wasn't allowing herself to hang out with each other. No reason for it. It just happened. It was supposed to happen. Why? Because it made my sister stronger. See? She had it all packed down inside of her belly. Got inside of her gut, right? For years and years and years. And her husband died last year, and guess what? Guess who was there? The best friend. Making sure that my sister had activities to do after he passed away. That's what best friends do. That's what friends do. So the love is still there, but my sister understands better that, you know what? She is who she is. Bingo. Bingo. They are who they are. They're never going to change. You've shifted. You've changed to higher dimensional energy, and they have not. They may not. They may be one of the ones who passes in the purge. Who knows? Hope not. Right? Or before the purge. Because getting up there in age, right? So understanding that you're continually growing because you are a spiritual human and you're connected to Source. You may think that you're not, but I tell people all the time, watch what you wish for. Watch what you wish for, because you don't know what's on your soul journey. But I need to hear them. Chimes. What if there's something other than hearing them that you're going to stick on just hearing them? Well, no, but I need to. No, you don't. Don't need to hear them. I don't hear spirit now. I'm just in a place of balance, and I just channel. Does Bill come through? Sometimes Bill comes through, like there. But understanding that I don't hear them at all, usually. I just channel them because I'm in fifth dimension most of the time now. So I'm asking questions constantly. Why? But now there's less whys. I get it. I understand. I have a great place to live. I'm not starving. Car's paid off. Got a dog. Can eat what I want to eat. I think I'm pretty good in third dimension, right? As Spirit said to me 2 weeks ago, probably 2.5 weeks ago, when I was making big decisions, Bill, it's you and the dog on an island. Bill, you and the dog on the island. You'll make new friends on the island. I'm like, what? Bill, I need you to think like you're on an island, and you're there with Daisy, and it's just you two in your house. The dog's going to help you make friends. Oh, okay. Not even thinking about the people that are here in Detroit. Made sense to me because it doesn't even feel like I don't have those friends anymore. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's like I'm on an island with my dog. That's going to be all of us. As we slowly grow past our friends, our family, our acquaintances, people that we've known for 40, 50 years, right? Because you're the leaders of the collective. And you can say, right at this moment here, Bill, I don't want that. I don't have time for that, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? You don't have a choice. You signed that contract on the dotted line, maybe with an X. However you signed it. Maybe you put your human number down there, right? 3352625. I don't know how they do it, right? But that's the coolness of it, is the fact we don't know. Try not to project that you know. Stop trying to figure it out, because when you get into figuring it out in your head, ego loves you. Loves you when you are thinking in your head, because it knows it still got you. It still controls you. It still controls you. And you can't move into fourth and fifth until that is mostly neutralized. Now, when you're in trauma, when you're in a stressful situation, does it come back? Of course it does. Because you're weak. You're not paying attention, right? Because our body's starting to shut down in the fear mode. In the fear mode. And that goes directly to here and directly to our heart. So the easier you can catch it, the faster you can catch it, the better. How do I get outside? It's summertime in the Northern Hemisphere. Get your butt outside. Please get your butt outside. Get in the sun. Put your feet in the water. Sit your butt on the grass. Go to the park. Go shopping. Whatever. You have to be around human energy, because it fills us mostly with good. We are a herd species. We're safer together than apart. Just like antelope, just like anything. And so for us to be separate is not comfortable. But as we gain our power, as we absolutely step into our power, we become beacons of light, Spirit says. Beacons of light. Please come. Because there's lots of wandering people that don't know what's going on up here, and they don't know what's going on up here. So as they walk by you, we've talked about this before, and when you walk into a store, people look at you. Why? Because their soul sees your light. And they're just hanging out, shopping for t-shirts, whatever, right? Then walk into a restaurant, same thing. You could be the ugliest human on the planet, and have the brightest light going. And everybody would want to talk to you because of that light. Because their guides are going to say, go talk to her. Go talk to her. Go talk to her. I can't do that. I don't want to interrupt her until they finally just walk you over. Because they will. To the person. And you will channel to that person without you knowing, and they will tell them your life story. That's the way it works. So the ground is becoming more intense, pushing more and more fourth and fifth dimensional energy into our world. Get your feet barefoot on the ground. I'm going to do that after this. Yeah. Totally. Okay? Because you need to be re-electrified, Spirit says. Understanding the new energy. Understanding the continual energy that we walk on with our rubber shoes or with any shoes. But in the summertime, I'll go barefoot all the time if I could because I like to be barefooted. As a kid, I never had shoes on. My mother would drive me nuts. Billy, put your shoes on. I don't want to put my shoes on. I know, my soles were all calloused and all cool, like Tarzan and stuff, right? And man, it was good. Stones didn't hurt my feet, nothing. My feet were total calluses. My mother would say, oh my God, I'm never going to get your feet clean. Well, guess what? Yeah, we should wear your shoes. I'd wear them out of the house, but then I would throw them on the patio and go back on my bike. Didn't know why. Well, now I understand why. But now is the time when everything is so intense coming up from the ground. And from spirit. And from spirit. A constant feed. We're in the middle, right? Constant feed up, constant feed down on top of us. Why? They have to activate us. Got to activate us. Got to take all our family trauma from past lives. It's all on us. We chose it. Let that shit go. Right? How do I do that? Meditation, and probability meditation. And talking to your spirit guides out loud. If you're not talking to them, you have to open the channel with them. Some people say, well, Bill, I can do that. Great. But is it working? Did you get all the energy out of your body because you're PO'd or you're really happy? You have to let the energy go in your body because it's not going to dissipate in here. It's not. Like if it gets absorbed, God help you. Because that is when we reinforce trauma inside of our bodies. No. Expel it, Spirit says. Expel what no longer serves you. That's pretty cool. Expel what no longer serves you. That's what it's about. Okay? So, we also talked about the words that we use. And I've always called them ego words, right? So, trigger words. Again, today, in this, it's a really fast-paced day already. That I've always said, well, Spirit's always said, there's words like hope. I hope I get that. So if you don't get it, you're okay with that? Well, no, I'd be upset. Then don't use the word hope. I believe that is mine. I believe I will get that. Okay? All kinds of those types of words that we use every day in 3D are words that reinforce lack, reinforce hunger, reinforce strife, reinforce that I don't really deserve it. Don't really deserve it, don't really deserve it, don't really deserve it. And I'm going to try to make a list of words that are words that we use that no longer serve us because they truly have a meaning. Okay? As we go forward, we're all going to learn that words are spells for our own good, especially this energy, that we're being a positive force in our life. Not here, here. When you think about it, that's fine. But if you're going to say in your head, Spirit, I need you to help me, but okay, well, you have to hear it to believe it. That's what they tell me. I've been talking about it forever. Because you have to hear it to believe it. Just like your parents When your parents said something, you did it or you didn't do it, but you heard it. Grandma, grandpa, same thing. Their boss, same thing. Boyfriend, girlfriend, same thing. But listening. Because when that energy from those people in your circle say something to you, good or bad, we hear it, but if it's bad, we believe it. If it's good, we don't believe it. Survival instinct. Survival instinct. You're telling me that if I walk off this, if I get really close to the edge of this cliff, that I'm not going to fall? Oh, no, you're not going to fall. Really? No, you're not going to fall at all. You're going to go right to the edge because there's a railing there, dummy. Oh, I didn't see the railing. See? But now we're going to step back because you don't want to see the view because you're afraid you're going to fall. No, you're not going to fall. They wouldn't let you fall. Good example. We always remember, oh my God, I almost didn't do it. But then, Bobby said, there's a railing right there. Goofy, don't just go to the railing. Oh, wow, I didn't see it. So you go and you do it and you get to see the view and you go, oh my God. And what if I didn't do that? I'm seeing the Grand Canyon in my mind, right? It's the most beautiful place I've ever been. I've never been to a more beautiful place, more peaceful place than frickin' the Grand Canyon. I can sit there for hours and just sit and not think. Just sit. Kind of like I am at the beach. Fresh lake, ocean, doesn't matter. I'm in the rhythm of the earth and the waves. I'm in heaven. Grand Canyon, I'm in the energy of the earth and the wind. The breeze. And looking at this amazing hole in the ground, which was dug by water, and being in awe of that here. Because I was there. We've all had something like that happens, and we need to make sure that we document it, remember it, because when you're in a situation where you're having conversations with folks, you pull that out of your toolbox and say, this right here for me is everything. Because I'm telling you guys, what you guys are going to find, people are going to look at you as being up here and them not. But you're really down here with them. But they don't think that because their perception from 3D is, he's greater than me. She's more interesting than me. She knows. He knows. Well, they do too. They just haven't been activated yet to the full power that they're getting from you as they're standing next to you in a room full of 4 people at a party, right? Go talk to Danny. He's got all this cool stuff going on. Really? Okay, I'll go over and see what's going on. And then you come back and go, holy cow, I'm exhausted. His energy is big and huge and it's amazing. That's what happens. And you're going to get attention. Lots of attention. And some people won't like that because they're 3Ders. And my best friends growing up in school, in high school, were like, Billy, you're not living off their love. Who gives a shit? Doesn't matter. They can, because in high school it's tough, especially when you're a skinny little gay boy, right? It's tough because you want people to like you so they don't beat you up, so they don't bully you. If somebody outwardly shows that they don't care for you, let's say, that can put us in fear in an instant. Anybody. Doesn't matter. Man, woman, doesn't matter. Right? So we try like hell trying to get them to like us. And when my friend said that, Bill, you're not living off their love. What do you want to vote for? Little did they know that I had a boyfriend who was 4 years older than me since I was 13. And all I had to do was tell him and protect me, right? But I didn't usually do that because I'm a Capricorn and I want to do it by myself. But that just came back to me because it's a great example of when you're big, there's going to be people in 3D who do not like you. But the awesome thing is you're already in 4 and 5D. They can't touch you. only here. Okay? Kind of the sticks and stones thing, right? Which is kind of weird, but it kind of fits. Words will never hurt me because you're a higher dimensional energy when you're just being yourself every day. When you're big in your energy. You're all generators. You're all pumping out energy all the time. May not think that, but that's one reason why we're exhausted all the time. We do it at night too. Because we're regenerating everything that we did that day and trying to find a place for it in our brains. As they're taking screwdrivers and hammers and doing all things to our body to help us ascend. Get ready, because it's coming. A lot of people will be contacted about what's going on. You aren't going to be you're going to have really muggles being told by somebody, their guides. Ask Ruth. Yeah. Ask Carol. She'll know. Joyce knows all about that stuff. Ask Bill. He knows. Ask Kathy. Kathy knows everything about this stuff, but she plays like she doesn't know it. Yeah. See? Because we can't exclude ourselves from the collective. We can't. So when you are that person who's attracting people, they think you're up here because of your energy, because of what you know, of what you just comes out of your mouth. But you're not any different than them, really. You're just more enlightened than they are. But your presence makes them more enlightened. I remember at a psychic fair last year, talking to somebody, and it was very interesting because he contacted me 2 days later, and he says, "I can't get your voice out of my head. What's up with that?" I said, "Well, what is it telling you?" That he needed to calm down. Oh, okay. But because we had talked about it, he was really jittery and really, this popcorn maker, right? All the time. I said, well, if it doesn't stop, let me know, but it should. But your guides are trying to get him because he knew about all of this, but he had no idea how powerful he was and how introverted he was, but he wasn't supposed to be extroverted when he's out in town, traveling, whatever. At your house, you're gonna be as introverted as you want to be. When you step out that freaking door, you gotta put the display on. You gotta be ready for the questions. You gotta be ready for what's gonna come at you. You have to be ready, and I'm telling you guys, you're already protected. If you're going to a party, if you're going to a banquet, if you're going to a picnic or whatever, the county fair, let's say, you gotta be around those people so that you can rejuvenate your energy inside of your body. But you'll be like, wow, that energy is really huge. She doesn't know what to do with that. He's really mean. Daisy and I do that with dogs when we take walks. A big dog will be, woo, and she'll look at me like, ooh. And then she'll look back like, yeah. I'm over here, you're over there, you can't get me. Because she's a little scaredy cat. She truly is. She has a big bark, but the big bark is not backed up by anything but, oh God, just leave me alone. I'm good. Or let's play. Those are the people in the collective. You can make lots and lots of friends. Really ask you a lot of questions. And I don't want anybody to say, I don't know, because that's not true. That's a lie. Because as soon as they ask the question, after they've told you some stuff, let's say, you're going to have the answer right here. I go right here. And you'll notice that, should I say anything or not? No, they want you to say something. What if it's wrong? It may be wrong because you're channeling your spirit guides. You're channeling God. So you're going to be fine. It's all coming. It's all coming. And it's hot and heavy. Trust me, it is hot and heavy. It's I know. The last thing that we want to have happen to people is have them floating around not knowing what happened. Not knowing, because they don't spend enough time on the ground. Don't spend enough time by the water, in the ocean, whatever. In the air. that's outside. Because there's energy in the air from the solar flares, from our sun, from the moon, from the trees, from everything. It's putting energy into our atmosphere, including us. That's why you have to be outside your house. You're not going to come in. You can have the fan in the window. You can have the doors open, the windows open. Some of it will come in. But if the energy in your house is kind of heavy, just like everything that has to do with abundance, has to do with everything with who you are and where you're going and things like that. If you're putting out negative energy, which is heavy, it's going to stop that air from outside coming in. And that leads to the next thing. Victim mentality. Victim mentality. There's a lot of folks right now, a lot of people in the collective that are feeling like the victim because things are changing. Stop. Right? I've talked to people who it's been the same pretty much message for the past year or two, right? About the relationships with people, relationships with their partner, husband, wife, whatever. The relationships with basically everyone, and or the lack of relationships that this person is coming, right? Because you gotta believe till you know. You should already know that when something ends, another thing begins that's even better. But it's got to have some downtime, right? Transformation time. And we want it to be like that. Again, it goes into confirmation. It goes into codependency. On a dog, on a cat, on a fish, on a bird, on the tree out front, whatever. But that's because you have to heal and release all that energy that you carried with that person. Man or woman, doesn't matter. Abusive relationship, emotional relationship. I mean, just all kinds of negativity can be in that place. And if you just stood there and took it to survive, guess what? You're going to hit victim mentality very, very soon. Because the collective is changing, your friends are changing, spirit is changing with you, and we have free will in that spot in 3D. Poor me. Poor me. How come Spirit didn't tell me that we weren't going to be together after blah, 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 blah? When they always said we're going to be together forever. Well, what changed? You tell me. Okay, I will. You come to the end of the energy line. Right? Spirit's not going to say anything to us past the energy line. Plain and simple. When we come into the planet, every single person that we meet and every single person that's in our lives has an energy line. That's why we come back again with the same people. We didn't finish the energy line. Could be 85 years, could be 90 years, could be 10 years. Met them when you're 40, at 53, they disappeared. I don't understand why. Because the energy line was done. But Spirit can't tell us that. Because guess what we'll do in 3D? Well, then I might as well just break up with her now. No, it's not done yet, because you're not coming back together. That'd be really a cluster, you know what? Oh, what should I do? Be. Just be. They're not always the one that can tell you exactly how it's going to happen. But it's a lesson for the person who hears it, who's going to go through that adventure, let's say, of somebody leaving eventually, and being comfortable with themselves. Being comfortable with knowing. But many, many times, it goes the other direction. I got the feeling you're going to leave. I got the feeling that victim mentality. So you're actually, and it's going to end the same time, only you're in peril, in fear, in anger, and so are they. Because they didn't get that message. They're not supposed to get the message. Because it's a lesson. See? That's going to happen more and more as we clear out our trauma from past lives with our family, right? All the family stuff comes with us. That's not even a lesson. This is the way we're going to have to trigger this to make that person right there, who I care for, don't love anymore, whatever, when everything breaks up, or my dog passes away or whatever, right? I move into a new apartment, buy a new house, I move, whatever. It takes something big to take a steamer trunk full of baggage from 12,000 years ago and have it explode. Truth. Can it be a little explosion? Little explosion too. For a steamer trunk. Because it wasn't that important to the family in the first place. It was all the baggage. It was all the junk. All the strife. All the struggle. All the survival that our families have done for thousands of years is terminating now. And we're the people who said, oh, sure, I'll do that, no problem. Thinking that we're superhuman, which we all are. We're already connected. We can feel, we can hear, we can do all kinds of things that people before us could not. That's why they look at us as we're weird, because we are. With our backpack of baggage on, Spirit says. Yeah. But not going into victim mentality is so very important. Right? Because you're the bearer of the news. You're the bearer of dismissal. You're the bearer of dropping that backpack, which weighs 30,000 pounds, and tossing it over the cliff into the water in California. And that simple act of, it's gone, you can do that now. In your house, your front yard, your backyard, at the beach. Take it, throw it away. It's not mine anymore. Take it. I don't want it. I don't want it. It's done. It's done. I even do this. Take it off my back. Take it off my back. Da-da-da. Okay, take it away. Go. It's not mine anymore. It's not my family's anymore. Ooh, I just got chills. I know. We have to do that. We have to physically do some things sometimes, right? And when you touch your body with those spiritual hands that are full of energy, because they all are, and you grab things like you're grabbing up a pile of leaves, $100 bills, anything to keep you from going into victim mentality. But when we are in strife, when we are in struggle, when we are in survival mode, all of those things go on neutral. Go on neutral. And guess what takes over? Ego. And then everything, we feel different, we look different, we taste things different, we eat differently, until one day, remarkably, we, bang, wake up and, oops, I don't feel like a victim anymore. Or you did your meditations like you're supposed to. You talk to your spirit guides like you're supposed to about everything, right? Spirit, where's my guy at? Come on, what's going on? You know, where's my female at? Come on, what's going on? I don't understand. What do I need to do? And they'll always say nothing. Divine timing. Divine timing. Divine timing. Yeah. Because if you don't get an answer, don't think it's not coming. Because it is. All we have to do is learn how to be patient and wait. When we're not patient and we don't want to wait, victim mentality and ego. Get in your heart space. Stop. Stop. Because everybody has that tinge of ego that is still sitting there, even though I've worked on that for 9 years. It's ready to flip that switch. And go into victim mentality for maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh, hell to the no. We ain't going there. There's no way we're going there, you know. And as you get activated, I'm telling you guys, as you get activated to higher and higher and higher dimensional energy, you're going to be a freaking king or queen. Everything's going to be there, right? Everything that you worried about is gone from your heart. Happened to me 2 weeks ago on the 20th of the month. Yeah, so, yeah. 19th, 20th of the month of May. Everything's clear, completely clear. Heart's clean, it's great, it's open, but the decisions that I made that are mine to make, I chose the right way. As my guides, as God put them in front of me. It wasn't the first time they did it either, but I was done. I was done. Sometimes we have to be done with things, right? Because, well, she's still my mom. She's still my sister. He's still my brother. I love my brother to death, right? Don't mean I got to see him. I've known him my entire life. Just don't like him. I have that choice. We all do. I made that choice 20 years ago or so. Yeah. And that wasn't even this guy. But in the last 2 weeks, I am that guy. No, I'm not. No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing that anymore. They no longer serve me. Because they don't know who I am. And again, you guys are all going to have the same thing to do. Did I get that message years? Lee, prime example. 7 years living in my house. We had a relationship, but there wasn't nothing else going on, right? And we just kind of worked together until myself was done. And I knew I was done, but they knew I was done, and it came out of my mouth without me even saying it. Yeah. It was the time and the place to have it done. It's Keystone. Everybody has them in the timelines, right? Kids come when they're supposed to. Boom. Spouses come when they're supposed to. Boom. Boyfriends, girlfriends come when they're supposed to. Boom. All keystones in our soul journey of life. And when you get to the point where you're done, your heart shifts. Heart shifts. Yeah. I have great memories. Amazing memories. But that's not my future. Not Daisy's future. Like Spirit told me 2 weeks ago, you're on an island with your dog, Bill. You'll be fine. An island with your dog. That's exactly what, just, Bill, you're going to meet lots of people because of the dog. That's one reason why you have the dog. Okay. So I don't want anybody to think that it's going to be catastrophic, because it's not. I don't want anybody to think that, oh, I'm not really doing as much work as I need to do. Well, if you think that, talk it out with Spirit. Again, well, Bill, what do I say? Talk to him. What do I got to do to get what I got to get? How much time do I have? I need you to help me. They love to help people. They love to help people. But when they help you, you got to be able to be open to how they want to help you. People come into your lives to help you. Things come into your life, like videos, to help you. Having time to chillax and not do anything at all, especially in the summertime, on the balcony, on the patio, at the lake, wherever, with a balanced, cool mind. They bring you bing, bing, and I will guarantee you, most of it you will say, well, I can't believe that's true. I can't believe it. I hear that all the time in readings. Bill, I can't believe it's going to happen. Really? Who's the person you paid to tell you this? Because it's not Bill, it's your guides, it's them. I just don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know how it's supposed to happen. It's none of your business. It's their job. Our job is to be open and allowing and flowy, right? Somebody asked me the other day, well, Bill, what does flow mean? Being open to every possibility that there is. Well, that's kind of scary. Why? They're going to protect you. They're not going to send you anything that's going to hurt you. Ever. You know, no. I mean, Spirit and I were just chatting. This is one of the times we actually had a conversation for like 5 minutes. And because I was kind of boo-hooing about stuff. And my childhood, I got bit by a dog on my face right there when I was 7, probably 7 years old. The dog grabbed a hold of my face. And I had stitches and everything else, right? Ran home, bloody. My mother freaked out. Got stitches and things like that. And then again, I had a paper route. There's always dogs available to chase the paper boy, right? On your bike. And being scared because they're gonna bite your legs, right? And so Spirit and I were talking about, well, Bill, when's the last time that happened? I don't know, 14? Okay, Bill, that's 50 years ago. I'm like, yeah. What are you afraid of? All those things that you think are going to happen to you are dogs that want to bite you. Ding, ding. Felt pretty good after that, because the dogs were the enemies. The dogs were the things that I was afraid of. No one out there can harm me, at all. Again, the incident from a few weeks ago with all that hullabaloo about the pyramids and stuff like that. No. Because I know I'm powerful. I know who I am as a spiritual leader, as a person, as a human who's connected to the divine. And all of you are going to get the same thing. You're already starting to power up, Spirit says, that energy, that generator that is going to blow people away who no longer serve you. And your heart will be on board with that, Spirit says. Because you need both of them to make it happen. You can say something stupid and somebody will be mad at you for a while, but guess what? They're going to come back and say, hey, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Because they're not ready to leave yet. But it shows you your power of your voice, right? Your throat chakra chimes, your heart chakra, freaking crown chakra. You're the king, you're the queen. That's what it's all about. And so as we go forward into this next 6 months, I'm telling you guys, be strong, be patient, stay diligent, Spirit says. There's a lot of stuff's going to come at you. You're going to be like, oh my God, Bill, I don't want to leave my house. You got to. Got to. You know. They're protecting all of us. The energy from the earth is protecting all of us. Because that's Sandophon. That's Megatron. Together, they protect all of us in this lovely circle. And you get that from meditation. That's how I learned all their names, what they do, everything. Because by the time I'm done with the meditation, I've learned the meditation by just listening to it. And I interact with it back and forth, as we should do, because we know what that does when we speak it. You speak it out into the world. Spirit just gave me I Am Woman. You remember that song? With Helen Reddy, whatever her name was, from Canada? Yeah, just showed me that. And now I hear the freaking song in my head, right? And I see it on Ed Sullivan or some old show back in the day, guys. I'm old, I'm 64. So next week, until I see you again, this weekend, next week, practice talking. Do your guided meditations. If you need meditations, tell me. I will send you some, right? Of my favorites. The codependency meditation I'm going to put into the, I'm going to post it as soon as I'm done to the Coaching for the Soul tribe page for all the people that are in the Coaching for the Soul memberships. Yeah, in the memberships. Because people have been asking for it. Instead of sending it to one person, 2 people, I'm just going to put it on there. I'm going to start doing that all the time. My meditations are going to be on that page. And it's private, guys, so unless you're an element, you can't really see it. But if you need to know, send me a text and I'll send it to you. Okay? This is the last few days of my anniversary sale. Okay? $50 off readings. Today and tomorrow, I think it is. It ends on the 31st. I think it's today and tomorrow. $50 off 30-minute readings and hour readings. $75 for a 30-minute and $105 for a hour reading, which is cheap as hell. And I thank everybody for picking them up. I appreciate it. Definitely. Buy them now, use them later. You always do that. You always have credit. It's always there. Buy them when they're cheap. Buy them when they're cheap. And I will tell you that I keep getting the feeling, the messages about Coaching for the Soul. It may not continue, okay? As I'm moving, they're saying you're not taking anything with you, but we're going to negotiate that. So, as my sister said, it must come in August. I said, well, if I'm here, you're able to come. That's what they tell me. So, namaste, everybody. I love you very, very much. Take care of yourselves. Drink your water. Eat good food. Get in this freaking sun. Get to the water. Get enough sleep. Right? Have a cocktail or two. Whatever floats your boat. That's not going to harm you at all. Relax. Just freaking relax. Enjoy the summer. It's only 3 months out of 12 in Michigan when it's truly summer. If you need anything, you guys know where to find me. Okay? Oh, 2, if you would, in 5 or 10 minutes, run over to YouTube and like the video and leave me an emoji. I would appreciate it. Bill Hobart on YouTube. And I'll see you guys next Thursday for Coaching for the Soul. Thursdays at 3. See you.